Oke, tes, everything, la la la. Hi everyone, back at Akira again. Halo semuanya, gue sama Akira. Welcome. Good evening everyone, and yeah, welcome to our KATAWA SHOUJO live stream. Last live stream was on May, so it's May, June, July, August, 3 months ago. Aduh. Also sorry for the delay in schedule. I had to attend a meeting at 4 p.m. so I have to move it back to now. And then I have to also submit my school assignment. Aduh, Akira cannot follow schedule at all. I'm sorry guys. My bad. But yeah, welcome. Hi Fura, hi Ice King, hi Alcardia, hi Kaede. I forgot the music is this good. Yes, music is good. Honestly, I kind of forgot where we are on the story right now, but yeah, we'll be continuing story for the next 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, as you can see, the latest save was on May 11th. Playtime 10 hours. It's been 10 hours already. What the heck? Ini kan bener? May 11, 2014, I guess. Oh crap. Okay, my mother's calling me. Right when we're about to start. Sabar, let me mute first. Hi, come back. Sorry for that. My mom video called me asking about apa, that thing she sent me earlier ago. Dual verb. Akira is interested in apa nih? Apa nih? What are you talking? Boleh nggak aku time out kamu? Can I time out you see let? Bro is spreading misinformation. Sorry, got cut off. Sleepy. Welcome back. Yeah, sorry guys. Too bad I know how to lip read from VTuber models. Joking. Ha ha ha. As if you know what I'm talking about anyway. But yeah. So I think this happened after the kiss. I think so. I think it was after we slept with her. Like affectionately. After we affectionately slept with her. Or was it just like when she's sick in bed and we're like she's hugging? I don't know. Maybe there was cut content that we didn't see because of the SFW version. But yeah. Are you saying I wouldn't understand? Yeah, you wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. Like, exactly about the activity. Yes. Now, I think I kind of forgot like how to voice each of the character. It's been a long while already. So, but what I do know is that Emmy's voice like the most high pitch out of all of them. I'm not sure if my throat can take it, but I will try. Give me motivation to learn then. Enggak? Ngapain belajar bahasa Indonesia? You can scroll back with arrow key, I think. White screen of death. Yeah, we're now back to Act 3. Perspective. I don't think I can finish one act now because I do still have to. I still have. I do still have something to do after this. Before 10 p.m. Uma, as usual. So I guess we'll just stream for 2 hours maximum for now. We will stream this again next week. I promise, guys. Just bonk me if I don't stream this game. But yeah. My head's in a spin all through Muto's class. I'm going to have dinner with Emmy, who wants to be my girlfriend, no less. Oh my. Wait, I kind of lost track of the dialogue. But okay, I guess. Okay, I guess she wants to be our girlfriend. Not it. A date. And then she kissed me. That kiss. I keep going back to it, playing it over in my mind again and again. Everything about that moment felt so right. My mind drifts off, lost in thoughts of Emmy. Aww, our boy is lost track. Nakai, hello. It seems like I've drifted a bit too far. I can't music cosplay. I haven't finished editing yet. I was so busy, okay? Master's degree is a lot more hectic and stressful compared to undergraduate degree. So, yeah. I will try my best to edit them, but I'm not sure when I can edit them. I also have like the whole day tomorrow scheduled, so I don't think I can do that tomorrow. Just asking, no need to hurry. Okay, Fura. Huh? What? Hey God, you've contracted some kind of amnesia. What is Egad? Egad! Someone get the nurse. The class chuckles at Muto's antics. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again and all that, right? Exactly. Muto brightens considerably. Well, lovely to hear. I'd hate to have my star pupil slacking off after all. I've been doing well, but I hardly qualify as a star pupil, I think. I'm fairly certain that this class is a sort that everyone does well in. It's just memorizing formulas. True to my word, I managed to pay attention for the rest of the class. Imagine how funny it would be if we put the request from Vams and Ariso on tier 2. Ah, you mean that picture? Yeah, probably going to be funny. Nakai, may I have a word with you? I wonder if I'm in trouble for earlier. Sure. Am I in trouble? Muto looks genuinely confused for a moment. Beg your pardon? He tilts his head to one side and thinks for a moment. Oh, that. No, you're not in any sort of trouble. There's just a question I want to ask you. What's that? Nothing terrible. I was just wondering what your plans for after graduations are. Are you going to university? Yeah, I guess. I can't really see a reason not to go. Given any thought to what you'll study? Not really, no. I'll come up with something where I get there. Muto laughs. Taking things as they come, eh? I'd argue against it, but that's how I did things when I went to university. Well, not really. I knew I'd go into science, I just wasn't sure which one. I ended up with physics, but could just as well have gone for astronomy or what have you. Actually, I did go for chemistry first, but there were all sort of things. Mito trails off and frowns slightly. It takes a minute for him to recover his train of thought, and I wait patiently for him to continue. So anyway, I did a lot of physics as well, because I had an interest in that, but I wasn't sure if it was for me. So I went back to chemistry, and here we are, yes? He smiles at me enthusiastically, as if waiting for me to confirm that yes, here is where we are. Muto says he just like me for real. Somehow I get the feeling that Muto has a plan for this conversation, but I'll be damned if I can figure it out. I'm sorry, I'm not following you. Muto frowns and rubs his chin a bit, looking perplexed. He then snaps his finger as if he remembered what the point of all this was. Snap, just like that. Right. Sorry, he's not cheerful at all. Right, yes, you. Me? Yes, you should look into studying one of the science. You're fantastic at it. Unless you're rather just going to math. Muto makes a sour face. Not a big fan of straight math. I always like the experiments more than the proofs. You're saying I should study science at university? Muto seems thrown off balance by my question. Well, sort of. You could also join the science club. Trouble is, there's not actually a science club. But there could be. You could even be a charter member. A founding father. Of course, you'd need to find other members. Well, only if you wanted to. We could just start it up with the two of us. And I could give you things you read. We could talk about them. And I could help you get ready for university and such as well. Wait. Miller rummaged around in his briefcase and tossed me a book. Read that. If it's interesting, then we can talk about it. A Brief History of Time? I don't know if I'm actually want to read this, but Muto seems pretty excited about it. What's it about? Time, space-time, black holes and such. And it's not that dense, just to see if that sort of thing is interesting for you, you understand? Hang around after class and we can either discuss it, or I can show you how to make explosive in the lab. He raised a hand on my quizzical expression. Joking, sorry. Still, I've kept you here long enough for now. Think about science as a career path, Nakai. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, I will. Thank you for the book. I leave the classroom and look up at the clock. Quite a chunk of time to kill until Emi is out of practice. Maybe it's the random game button on the Steam store. Why not, Fura? Did you get traumatized with the Steam store page? Muto Sensei just like me for real. Go to medical science for Emi. For Emi, real. I think it's more of bioscience, yeah. Like those stuff they made where a prosthetic can connect with your limb and with the nerves on your hand, on your limbs, and then you can like move it just like your actual limb. It gave Overwatch. I'm sorry for your trauma, Fura. Wallahi. Guess I'll give this book a book. Guess I'll give this book a look. I should probably shower as well. Showering before a date only proper, right? Head back to the dorms. I wonder where I'm supposed to meet Amy anyway. She said after practice, but she didn't say where I should find her. I guess I can just swing by the track. That's probably best anyway. If she needs a shower, I can just wait for her in the room. Yeah, I can just wait for her in her room or something. Or in the hallway, I guess. That'll be better as well. I take a quick shower, remembering to take my medication once I hop up. Buka loka buka buka loka la buka. Now, for a look at this book. Oh, cutscene. Katawa Shoujo. I wake with the start. Shit, what time is it? I glance at the clock reveals that I've been asleep for nearly an hour. Oh, thank goodness. Emmy's practice should be finishing up soon. I relate to this. Like, you just want to take a quick nap before something that you have scheduled, and then like you wake up suddenly thinking like, oh shit, did I miss the schedule? And like, oh, thankfully this not. Chui Hisao, taking chances already. Study first. Aduh. Bro, study important, bro. How would you live with your partner if you don't have a job? Work, find job, get money. I throw on some casual clothes and head for the track. Somehow I get a feeling we won't be doing anything fancy for dinner. Amy doesn't strike me as a very fancy sort of person. A job? Yes, Fura, a job. Money, so you can buy stuff. So you can buy membership and see Mizuki cosplay. Still, I suppose there's a lot I have yet to know about Amy. Despite our newfound closeness, I still feel like I don't know her as well as I should. Well, I have lots of time to fix that. To be honest, I'm looking forward to getting to know her more. I'm so caught up in my own thoughts that I hardly registered I'm already at the track. Amy is nowhere to be found. I don't even see any signs of the track team. This could be embarrassing. I turn to head towards the girls' dormitory when I hear a shout. Okay. I need to prepare my throat. I don't know, prepare Muto, to be honest. Like, Muto is just easy for me. I can just lower my voice a bit, but Amy is like high pitch is much harder than low pitch. I don't need you. And thing. Okay. Tes. Hai, 1, 2, 3. Halo. Do the thing, Nechan. The Femboy. The Femboy voice. Hey, Hisao! I turn around to see Amy making a beeline for me with a gym bag slung over her shoulder. She's changed to some decidedly more casual clothing, a pair of shorts and an olive green top. Her running blades have been replaced by a more realistic-looking legs that probably wouldn't fool anyone. Amy doesn't seem to care about that, a fact which makes me smile. Hey, you came! I mean, I figured you would, but still. I suddenly find myself wrapped in a rather affectionate hug, and it proves to be impossible for me to keep what must be the world's largest grin off my face. Well, of course I came. I'd be crazy not to, right? Amy ponders for a moment. You know, that's true. I mean, I'm pretty amazing after all. I shrug in response. I certainly think so. It's an offhand remark, which is why I'm surprised to see that it seems to have caught Amy by surprise. She blushed and smiles warmly at me before planting a kiss on my lips. Oh, we got a kiss. So cute. Now it's my turn to be surprised. Amy steps back, resting her weight on her back heel, looking pleased with herself. My brain fumbles for an appropriate response. I should compliment you more often. Amy laughs and gives me a playful shove. Jerk! I throw an arm on Amy's shoulders and I am pleased when she immediately leans into me as if it were the most natural thing in the world. So, where to? I'm not actually sure. Where do people go on dates around here anyway? That's a damn good question. I've got no idea. Why don't we just head down to the Aura Mart? Aura Mart? Farming Aura the Jasar. If I move my laptop to my room, more space on the table there. Be right back. Okay, Pura. And grab something portable? Aura Mart. Emmy's face brightens at this idea. A picnic! I think you're onto something, Hisao. Emmy snakes her arm around my waist and we begin to head for the front gate. This game is aura farming. No more aura farming, aura buying. I'm entirely unsure of what I'm meant to do in the situation, but at least Amy seems to be equally clueless. Look at those two dorks. Despite the relaxing feeling of being with Amy, I still can't help feeling a little tense. What if I do something wrong? I'd hate to make an ass out of myself. They actually added it. It's Aura Mart. Look at that. They changed 7-Eleven into Aura Mart. The trip to the Aura Mart is accompanied by Emmy's chatter about how practice went. I kept quiet for the most part, merely enjoying the warmth of being around Emmy. We got a few odd looks from passerby, but I don't mind. We wind up buying some bread and instant noodles, realizing too late that we cannot actually cook the latter in the park. Oh well, I'll make it for lunch or something. That'll work. The park is located after a brief loss of direction that I blame entirely on Amy. She, of course, blames me. We find a spot beneath the tree and sit down. I lean back against the trunk. Amy sits across from me. I guess we should have bought a blanket or something to sit on, huh? Amy shrugs. I don't mind. Neither do I. Amy tosses me a package of bread and we dig in. Curry bread. Interesting. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to what I grabbed in the store. Hey Hisao, you look like your bread's a little spicy. My voice is dropping, oh no. I shake my head, trying in vain to keep an image of manliness. Nah, it's hardly spicy at all. I see. That must be why your face has gotten so red. Yes, exactly. The lack of spice gotten my blood up. Because of the disappointment. So hot. Amy laughs and swallows the last of her bread. Well, if you can't handle it, I'll be glad to take it off from your hands. Hey, just because you wolfed down yours so quickly doesn't mean I'm just going to give you mine. Amy mock pout, causing me to nearly choke on my bread with laughter. Aw, come on, Hisao. Aren't you supposed to be concerned with making sure I've got enough to eat now? We're dating, you know. Amy looks troubled all of a sudden. I can't say I feel any different. What do you mean by that? What makes this What makes this a date? Camisa, it's been 3 months since I last do Emmy voice. I cannot keep it up. My throat is hurt. Aduh. Karepan, umai. Emmy asking the real question. Yeah, that's usually what happens when you date your friend. I should know. I did that one time before. Like, there's nothing different about us. Because, like, we already did a lot of things together. Like, what makes it different from being, like, lovers? Not much, to be honest. Right. What makes this a date? It's just what we would have done anyway, really. This should feel different because when we had lunch we were friends, and now we're a level above friends. You sound like Rin. Laughter escapes and Emmy grins. Well, she might put the thought into my mind. We've talked about that sort of thing before. Really? About me? Not really, just stuff. Really? Rin thinks that the change of label from friend to girlfriend seems arbitrary most of the time. Like, there's no difference between the two. I can think of at least one, you know. You don't tend to kiss your friends quite as much. Oh. For the second time today, Emmy blushes slightly and giggles. I suppose you're right. Exactly, I'm always right about things like this. Amy rolls her eyes and chuckles. Guess you're pretty smart, huh? I nod in agreement. Yep, yeah. Even Muto thinks so. He thinks I should go into some scientific study after graduation. Amy raised an eyebrow. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm thinking I actually might do just that. Really, the more I consider the idea, the more it appeals to me. I make a mental note to look into it a little more closely. So what are you thinking of doing after graduation? Still planning on running? Amy shrugged, seeming almost a bit hesitant. I don't know. If I'm good enough and I can find a team, I guess. You mean you aren't sure? I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. Really? You probably should, you know. Graduation isn't that far off. Amy fidgets a little nervously. Yeah, well, it's far enough, right? Besides, I've got other things to think about. There's a mischievous flash behind Amy's eyes, and I suddenly find myself gloriously pinned against a tree. Oh my. Kabedon? Like making sure this is real date, right? I mean, if we don't kiss, then it's not a date at all, right? I suppose strawberries and curry, not the best combination, but I don't mind. There's multiple types of dating though, I think. Source, the voices in my head. Amy already has the problem at this point, just hiding it from everyone, even the nurse. Oh no. What problem are you talking about, Kaede? Amy sits back on my legs and grins again. There! Science will approve, right? I have the oddest mental image of Muto nodding seriously and making a mark on some checklist. I can't help laughing at the idea. Well, I'll admit, this is the first time I ever witnessed a kiss being met with laughter. Should I feel offended? Me? Oh no. No. I'm sure science approves. Amy beams at me and I find it increasingly difficult to keep my brain functioning properly. Welcome back, Pura. Oh, good. It is at this point I notice that Amy has stolen the remainder of my curry bread while I was otherwise occupied with image of teachers wielding clipboards. Hey! Amy tries to look innocent, but considering she's just crammed the last bits of my bread into her mouth, it does not appear to be working. Sorry, conversation. Thief! A shrug from my companion is all I get in response. You use your feminine wiles on me! I wasn't that hungry anyway, but I still feel that the point needs to be made. Amy seems confused by the phrase feminine wiles, but the understanding dawns on her features after a moment's thought. Wasn't anything of the sort. You were laughing. Feminine wiles doesn't involve laughing. I guess I can't argue with this. That doesn't change you, thievery. Amy laughs at my injured tone and gives me a playful shot. Fine, you can have the instant noodles. Are you kidding? That stuff's terrible. Whoa, Hisao. How dare you say instant noodle is terrible, bro? You haven't known about the joy of Indomie noodles. Even I have some in my cupboard right now. I did move my whole setup to my room, find and fill the water bottle, stare at the newer pictures on my wall, and had my headphones tied. Sag. If anything, you should definitely eat it as punishment. Another laugh from a girl sitting on my legs. Both of us which have fallen asleep by now. Yep. Oh no. I twitch one leg to try waking it up, which has the unintended effect of unbalancing Amy, who falls off to the side with a startled eep. Besides the point, he's on healthy diet right now. Oh yeah, true. I forgot that he has a whole diet. Whoops, sorry about that. Legs fell asleep on me. Amy remains on the ground, giggling. I stand up a little shakily, feeling the nerves in my leg return to normal. My eyes wander over the scenery before fixing on the figure of Amy, who has yet to get up. Aww, look at her smile, so pretty. Her hair is played around her head, her arms are spread, and laughter is bubbling up through her mouth. Everything about Amy seems condensed into this one image. Her energy, her spirit, her childish giggling. The urge to lay down the grass with her rise swiftly from the back of my mind to the forefront of my thoughts, and indeed I am convinced that I would love nothing more than to do just that. Unfortunately, the sun has set, and it's probably time for us to get back to the dormitories. While Amy may be happy to stay out here all night, I don't think I have that ability. Besides, homework soon beckons. It wouldn't make sense to start thinking about things like university and then slack off, would it? I extend a hand to Amy to help her up. We should probably get going. Amy makes a sour face. You're right! She grabs my proffered hand and I pulled her to the feet into a hug. This time, I'm the one who kissed her, unable to resist having Amy against me. Seems a shame to leave, you know? Yeah, it does. But if you don't get back to the school soon, we'll probably get into trouble. Amy pokes me in the ribs playfully. And you need to do your homework, I'm sure. Sadly, you're absolutely right. I should do my homework. So it's time for us to end today's live stream. Just kidding. I throw my arm around her shoulders and we make the trek back to the school, accompanied by occasional bouts of laughter as our conversation jumps from subject to subject. Can I hug Amy? Sure you can hug Amy. We should all hug Amy. Everything from running to school to a particular way that one of the cafeteria workers smell. All too soon we find ourselves outside of the girls' dormitory building. Well, I guess I'll be going then. I guess so, huh? Amy grins at me again with that mischievous look. Are you going to be able to survive without me? I laugh. I'm sure I'll manage. How terrible! Aren't you supposed to do something like, I'll be counting the seconds you are away? Nah, I don't think so. Akira's sounding very cool. Why? What are you talking about? Akira is manly. Very manly Akira. Amy pulls me down into a quick goodbye kiss and steps back, looking unexpectedly shy. Thanks for dinner. I really had fun. Honestly, I did. So did I. I think we shall have to do it again sometime. Amy laughs at my deadpan delivery and nods. It's not my fault that you're unhappy. The master studies are paying off. What are you talking about? See you bright and early tomorrow morning, right? You've got to run off that bread after all. Of course, despite the fact that he ate most of it. Yes, despite that. See you later, Hisao. As Amy turns to head inside, I notice something weird. Something so weird that I'm supposed I didn't notice it earlier. She's limping slightly, favoring the left leg. Hey, Amy! Is your leg okay? Amy looks confused, or at least fakes confusion. Oh no. Oh no. Conflict is happening on day one. What are you talking about? Your right leg. You're limping. There's the briefest flash of concern on Amy's face. Either she didn't want me to know, or she didn't think I'd notice. Or, I prefer to think, she just didn't realize it. Oh, that. She shrugs casually. Must be a knock little out of alignment during the picnic. No idea what would cause that, of course. I think back to being pinned under the tree. You should have told me. You could have stopped and fixed it, you know. Amy waves a hand airily. Nah, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it, okay, Hisao? It's fine. Why do I get the feeling that she's convincing herself as well as... Kaede. Serious talk, Kaede. Which path should we take, Kaede? Should we really try? Should I press her? Is it too intruding of me to ask her about it? I mean, we are technically like boyfriend and girlfriends already, right? So it's fine, right? Right? Kaede? After finishing it, Necha will have trouble getting herself started. Aduh. Which option, Kaede? Where's the settings? Save. Create new save. Don't ask me, this is also all fudge. Okay. Path of least resistance dictates that we should just let it rest. That way, we don't have to worry about it. But at the same time, we need to believe her. Oh, it's called Strike. Okay, we will just let it rest for now. I mean, we probably wouldn't do good to talk about it while standing in front of the dormitory anyway, right? Well, she's probably fine. I imagine she'd say something if it really was a problem. Heck, she'd probably get annoyed if I keep bringing it up. Now really, I need to get going. Your attempts to keep me around are doomed to fail. Of course. Just flaunting the goodbye, I suppose. Another grin lights up Emmy's face. Good night, Hisao. Good night. As she limps inside, I found myself hoping she's okay despite her assurance that she's fine. I think I can call this a successful first date. Hell, any day that ends with Emmy painting me under the tree to kiss me can't be bad, can it? I head back to my room, mentally thank the gods that Kenji doesn't ambush me in the hallway and get started on my homework. Imagine having to save. Bro, we need to be certain of this. I mean, to be fair, there's no such thing as a save file in real life. The morning is far too early for my taste. It doesn't help that I had trouble sleeping last night. There were simply too many things to think about. My mind refused to slow down. Instead, I replayed the rooftop, the park, and everything else over and over in my mind. There's a small part of my mind that is still paranoid that it has all been some kind of joke. That I mailed up with Amy at the track and she'll act like nothing happened yesterday. My neuro walls look so empty. Add more neuro. Pushing these thoughts to the back of my mind, I throw on my running shoes and open the door. Amy's waiting for me with her usual smile. You're late! Or at least, you're not early today. Are you tired or something? I find myself ruefully rubbing the back of my head. Something like that, yeah. And dark, it's under a shelf so there's barely any light. Put lights on it. Christmas light, flashlight, floodlight, anything. Lots to think about and all that. Amy giggles at my mild understatement. Yeah, I didn't sleep that well either. I was actually glad you weren't early, cause I wasn't early either. I wonder if the same thing kept us awake. The image of her weeping face passes through my mind. What kept you up? Oh, Amy's expression falters, but she quickly noticed my curiosity and forced a smile. Nothing important. She's obviously not telling me something. The question is, should I press the issue? Something's clearly been bothering her for a while. I want to help her, but would it just come off as me being nosy? She's got to know I care about her, though. Are you sure? If something's bothering you, I'm here to help you sort it out. Amy laughs then, but it's not her usual laugh. There's an edge to it that seems almost bitter. Sort it out? I'm not sure it can be sorted out, Hisao. An almost grim smile crosses her lips. It's like a smile of resignation. I don't think you could help me anyway. That hurts. I don't want to say that it hurts to her, but it does. Doesn't she realize I want to be there for her when things go wrong? Well, I won't push you on the matter then. But I'm here for it if you decide later that you'd like to talk about it. It might help. I can see the debate raging behind Amy's eyes. It seems like she wants to tell me, but she's not sure whether or not she can. Hey, forget about it for now, okay? We've got running to do. The mention of running, something that she can handle, brings Amy back to her usual self. Right! Hurry up and stretch out, Hisao. We've got to get moving. She takes off like a shot, far quicker than I'm used to. I was supposed to buy likes for it one day, but I forgot about it. Still, I try to keep pace with her, recklessly testing my limits. It gives me a silly feeling of freedom, like my heart is no longer important. Check wiki, I think the choice earlier doesn't matter yet. Oh, okay then. I find myself wanting to laugh, filled with the feeling of moving beyond what I once called my boundaries. The nurse warning to not overdo things echo in my mind, and I disregard them. This feeling I have, this willingness to risk a heart attack for something so trivial as a morning run, feels out of character for me. But is it? Or rather, should it be? I've got a weak heart, sure. You'll never be capable of the kind of speed and endurance Amy is capable of. Though I probably wouldn't be able to get that good, even if I had a healthy heart. As you round the final bend, I feel my legs screaming in protest, but for the first time, I ignore them. I accelerate to finish at the sprint, nearly catching up to Amy. That was never going to happen, of course. Still, I feel surprisingly good. Oh, sure, my legs feel like they're about to catch fire, and I'm having trouble staying upright. But there's been a shift of some sort today. And it's all thanks to the girl grinning at the finish line, waiting for me. That felt a little faster than usual. My comment is met with a grin and a shrug. Can't have you think I was going to go soft on you now, can I? But you managed to handle it just fine. Well, I could have done it without you. Still feeling the hype from the run, I moved by the surge of gratitude. I seized Amy in a hug. Thanks. Really, I'm not just saying that. I mean your depth. Amy seems flustered by my word, squirming uncomfortably. Don't be silly, Hisao. Someone has to hold you out there, didn't they? And it's not like you're not doing anything for me. Yeah. And it's not like you're not doing anything for me, right? I needed a running partner, remember? I shake my head, still pointedly not letting go of Amy, who stops squirming and merely looks up at me with a quickly deepening blush that almost seems out of character. No, that's not true. You wanted a running partner, but you didn't need one. If I hadn't shown up the day after the festival, you would still run, right? But it doesn't work the other way around. I only managed to make it out a few times before the festival. And without you, I probably wouldn't have made it out after that. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have made it out at all. Amy smiles at me and prods my chest with one finger. You are pretty lazy, Hisao. Oh, hey, I was giving you a compliment. Well, you're welcome, I guess. I'll pay you back somehow. Oh, well, that's not necessary, you know. I mean, I kinda like you, Hisao. And being able to run with you in the mornings isn't exactly a bad deal for me either. So, for someone who gets so much praise, she seems unused to gratitude. I can't think of anything else to say, so we fall silent. I become aware of Amy's breathing, of the dampness of her clothing, and of the scent of her. Coming off of anyone else, it would stink. Coming off from Amy though, it fits her in a way nothing else would. Love makes you go blind and deaf, and also, what is the word for when you cannot smell? Deaf means you cannot see. Deaf means you cannot hear. Blind means you cannot see. What is the word for when you cannot smell? What is the word for cannot smell? Anosmia. Huh. Okay, interesting. So yeah, anosmitic. Yeah, that's the word. I don't know. You think that's the word now? But she's never mind, I'm not going to continue the topic. Her skin is cool, sleek with sweat, and a breeze causes goosebumps to rise. Almost without thinking about it, I lean down and meet Amy's mouth, which has already moved to meet my own. Her lips are soft, and she's left. I cannot do it, man. My heart, my kokoro cannot take it. And she hums happily as we kiss, sending vibrations from her mouth to mine. There's a startling rightness to everything about this moment. We fit one another perfectly. The kiss ends, and I finally let my arms drop back to my sides. Amy smiles warmly at me and giggles again. Come on, Hisao, we better go see the nurse. Then it happens. As she turns to begin walking, she gives out a tiny yelp and stumbles forward. Amy! I leap to steady her and notice with some concern that she's been favoring the same leg as last night. Your leg. Amy seems panicked and pushed away from me. It's fine. My expression must seem hurt because she hastens to apologize. Sorry. Didn't mean to push you like that. I was just... She stumbles for something to say. It's nothing. Really. Hey, don't worry about it. She's so flustered I decided to shrug the whole thing off. But there's a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach now that won't go away. I tried to step in and help her, and she pushed me away. Smiling, I shoved those thoughts to the back of my mind and concentrate on Amy. I just don't want you getting hurt, that's all. You don't have to worry about me, honest. I'm fine. Yes, you say that, but I don't believe you. I keep worrying about you regardless, and not saying anything yesterday just makes me feel guilty about today. I should have at least asked. Would she have reacted the same way last night? Guess I'll never know now. I'm still trying to sort out what happened on the track as we arrive in front of the nurse's office. Amy raises her hand to knock, hesitates, and turns to me smiling guiltily. Hey, can you do me a favor? Of course. Can you tell the nurse that I'll see him later? I just remembered that I've got some stuff to take care of before class. So I really need to get moving. I peer at her closely and she fidgets under my stare. Yeah, she's clearly just avoiding the nurse. That legs of hers. Well, whatever. I said I'd help, and so I will. But I'll make dang sure she sees the nurse before the day's out. Yeah, okay, I'll let him know. Amy looks like I've just given her a pony on Christmas. Thank you so much. You're the best, Hisao. I'm rewarded for my complicity in her life by a kiss that makes me all worth it, or so I tell myself. As Amy heads out of the building, trying hard not to let her limbs show, I knock on the door of the office. How does the nurse sound again? I forgot. I'll just put the same voice as his, Gimana sih suara dia? Gue lupa. Hisao, come on in. Expressive. I don't see Amy with you. She's not sick again, is she? For the tone of his voice, I don't think the nurse is expecting me to say yes, she's ill. She said that she's forgotten to do something, and so she had to skip out, but she'll see you later today. The nurse heaves an exasperated sigh. Honestly, that girl. She has been avoiding me. Yesterday, she was in and out of here without even taking off her prosthetics. And now this. Well, at least it's not just Amy. It's not just me Amy doesn't want worrying. If she's avoiding the nurse, maybe she should eat an apple. Maybe it could keep the nurse going. Bro, he's a nurse, not a doctor. It doesn't work. Nurses are immune from apples. That's a comfort, I guess. Still, I feel like I should say something about her leg. I said I'd lie for her, but she really needs to see him. Now that you mention it, she was limping pretty badly today. And last night as well. The nurse's eyes narrows at the words last night. And what exactly were you doing last night? We were, on a date. Ooh, the nurse raised his eyebrows in surprise. Really? Interesting. Huh? Oh, nothing. His gaze turns thoughtful, and then he grins at me. You don't think you could use some of that boyfriend charm to get her to come hear me today, could you? Of course. I was planning on doing that anyway. I think she's really hurt and just pretending she isn't. Yes, she does that. Afraid I'll make her stop running. Will you? Don't like to, but if it's bad enough that she's still limping, well, I guess I'll have to see what's wrong for myself before I make that call. I see. Amy, not allowed to run? Perish the thought. I don't know if she'll be able to function without running. No wonder she's reluctant to admit anything's wrong. Well, I'll make sure she sees you. Good. Oh, and before I forget, He grins at me again in what feels like a vaguely threatening manner. Don't forget that I know what medications you're on. Oh shit. That is illegal, sir. You cannot threaten your patient with your medical knowledge like that. That's against your Hippocratic oath or something. Then appear. Yeah, she's not letting the nurse check her knee. Not so obvious for Shadow, I know. You be careful about Aaron and me, got it? Wow, he looks serious too. Got it. Don't hurt Amy, wouldn't dream of it. Grand. I'd hate for you to be late. Huh? Late, as in the late Hisao Nakai. She frowns briefly, dissatisfied. Sounded better in my head. That's what you get for trying to do puns. That's sound. Well, at any rate, get out of here before you miss your first class. You've got things to do, I'm sure. Shoo! As I leave, I notice the nurse pulling out his phone and dialing a number. Meiko, your daughter's being a pain in the ass again. I better head back to my room, or I will really be late. Hey, wasn't he supposed to check my heart rate? Apple, this apple, here. Whoops, my hand slipped. I'm sorry, Pura. You know, the usual. Mousepad is a bit slippery as of late. The lunch bell sounds, and I bring myself out of the stupor I slip into during the morning classes. My lack of sleep last night, coupled with the increased pace of this morning's run, has left me a little exhausted. Despite that, I find myself skipping stairs up to the roof. There's a thrill of excitement now, in addition to the pleasure one gets from eating lunch with one's friends. True, both Amy and Rin are still my friends, but Amy has become more than that now. Rin is back in her usual spot on the roof, almost as if she's never been absent. Feeling better, I take it? A raised eyebrow is my reward for speaking. Better than what? Better than you felt yesterday? Rin gives my question some serious thought. I'm not sure. Gimana sih suara si Rin? I know that Rin is like somewhat high pitch, but like also low pitch, slow high pitch. Okay. I'm not sure. I think I may have felt rather good for some of yesterday, but it's all fuzzy. Too much cold medicine? Well, I was asleep, and that usually is pretty good. But I can't remember what it feels like to be asleep, because I'm not conscious for it. It's a real problem. Then again, if I knew how good it felt, I might not sleep anymore. But this way, I keep trying, so I guess that's how I keep from being overtired. An eternal mystery to keep you sleeping at night. Maybe mystery is the wrong word. Intangibility might be the proper way to describe it. I see. No, I don't see at all. I have no idea what she's talking about, but that's okay, since I really do. Do you remember what sleeping feels like? Like yesterday. Do you remember what you felt like sleeping yesterday? Well, I actually didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday. Huh? Maybe that's because you remember subconsciously. Actually, I think that's worrying about Amy. Doesn't Amy worry enough about herself? I didn't consider that, but it gives me pause. True, but would she ask for help if she needed it? Rin frowns and I raise an eyebrow. Will I get a proper answer? Probably not. Is there something she should be asking for help with? Her leg, for starters. This seems to catch Rin's interest. Leg? Bro is doing the the rock eyebrow. Wait, let me rotate it for you guys so you can see it. Right there. Hey guys, gonna. Yeah. Model speak. Help! What's wrong, Pura? It's her, but she won't see the nurse about it. Rin shakes her head in a disapproval. You have to make her. Like she makes me go to class for her own good. Otherwise, she could lose her legs again, and that's just too weird. Losing things twice. Bro, you don't have to say it like that. Especially if you don't find them again to begin with. Unless prosthetics are the same as finding something. But that's different kind of loss, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. I wonder. Wonder what? Oh, dun dun! She is right behind us. Amy seems to have snuck up on Rin and me, though Rin doesn't seem especially surprised, which is itself unsurprising, I suppose. Rin managed to sit herself upright quite expertly, throwing her upper body forward and using her momentum to right herself. Your leg, how's it feel? Oh, that earns me a frown and a bit of a glare. It's okay, I think. Not worth worrying about. Tell that to the nurse. He's quite insistent to revisit him, you know. Amy paused like I've just told her she's been grounded. He worries too much. It's not a big deal, just a little soreness. I tried to resist rolling my eyes in exasperation. If it's nothing, then you should have no problem seeing him, right? Amy narrows her eyes suspiciously. Did he put you up to this? Well, maybe a little. But that's not the point. I would have reminded you to see him anyway. It would be terrible to see you really hurt and not doing anything about it. That will make it worse, and I don't really want that to see you hurt, you know. Call me crazy, but I kinda would prefer to see you happy and healthy. With each statement, Amy's frown fades a little more, until eventually she's grinning, albeit a little shyly. Well, if you're going to put it that way, then I guess I'll have to see him. Otherwise, you'll keep worrying, and then I'll never hear the end of it, right? That's right, I'll keep bugging you about it, and that might put damper on our dates. How's the food, Hisao? Talk to the nurse, Amy. How was your day, Hisao? Talk to the nurse, Amy. Hisao, I think I'm ready to go. Talk to the nurse, Amy. See, it doesn't work that well. Amy giggles at my high-pitched rendition of her own voice. I've been doing rendition of your high pitch for so long now, Amy. And gives me an affectionate shove. Too girly? You don't need all the pitaki. I mean, she's a girl. What am I supposed to do? It's one thing to lose your legs, but it's another thing to lose the ability to wear prosthetics. Ah, yeah. My voice isn't that high, jerk. I thought that was pretty accurate. Her face up. We gotta put this as an emote. Guys, help me get the server to tier 2 and then we can have this as emote. Look at confused Amy here. She's cute. I'm gonna put that. Amy and I stare at Rain for a while before I burst into laughter. Amy crossed her arms and huffs, mock offended. You're both jerks. Such vile calumnies from you, young woman. I'm stunned that you would call me, of all people, a jerk. Honestly, I don't know what to think. Amy sticks her tongue out like, yeah. You ass! So, Rin, how's the art club these days? Rin seemingly as surprised by this sudden change of topic as I am, takes a minute to think before answering. I believe it is okay. Although Nomiya keeps telling me to work harder, but I don't think he understands my method. He always struck me as slightly creepy. Rin ponders that statement for a while. I've never really noticed. You what? But I don't pay much attention to him most days, so maybe that's why. How often do you meet? Thinking of joining his house? What? Yeah, I already decided to join a club. Really? Which one? Well, it's not really much of a club, to be honest. Oh, you joined the tea club? No, I joined the science club, I think. Amy looks highly confused. We have a science club? Not really. It's just me. Now, that's not a club. That's sitting in your room reading books. No, I mean it's just me and Muto. I'm just the only student so far. Muto? Really? A thought strikes her. Oh, is that what you were talking about yesterday? Your meeting with Muto? Yeah, that was our first meeting, I guess. Amy giggles. Nerd! Oh, my heart! How dare you call me nerd? Oh wait, my battery's almost run out. Hey, I can't help being clever. You know, I could have used your help years ago. You should have had your heart attack. What? You should have had your heart attack earlier in life, Isao. Hey, love. And then this is probably one of the very rare times I've laughed about my heart attack. Hindsight. Yeah. The ringing of the bell ends our conversation. I guess we better go. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, Rin. You too. Rin has apparently begun to doze off, so Pygmy gives her head sharp up. Wait, she's sleeping? Oh yeah, she is sleeping. I almost had it. Sorry, but you need to go to class. I disagree, but maybe if I nap in class, I'll get it this time. Changing location is sometimes helpful for that kind of thing. Neither Amy or I bother asking what it is. As we arrive at my classroom, Amy gives me a quick kiss and heads down the hallway, Rin in tow. Oh no, they both saw me. We're cooked, guys, bye bye. I turn to enter the classroom to be met by the duo of Shizune and Misha. Yes, hand gesture. Aduh. Misha is like slightly toned down Amy, I think. And more of like prideful, like wah ha ha. Okay. Misha seems to be fighting a losing battle to keep from breaking into a fit of giggles while she translates Shizune's latest rant. Well, we are pleased, nay, thrilled to see how well you've managed to make new friends and forge a relationship, and with such a cutie too, Hee-chan. I think that last part was probably Misha. I nevertheless feel compelled to politely remind you that public display of affection is strictly forbidden. Really, that's disappointing, Hee-chan. By Section 8 of the Code of Conduct laid out in the student handbook. In this case, however, ignorance of the law may be your excuse, as we are feeling lenient. And the paperwork required to punish the both of you will only add to the already mountainous volume of work which confront us, as all members of the student councils. And besides, you two are adorable together. Ah, thank you. I don't think that's quite the right voice for Misa here. Wah ha 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 ha. Therefore, consider this a formal warning, and please refrain from such display in the future. At least when Shizune can see you, Hee-chan. This whole spiel is so patently ridiculous and I can't help but apply in the same pompous manner. Well, I for one feel enlightened. I apologize profusely for my rash actions and will strive to contain my baser impulse, which I fear impel me towards such inappropriate display of public affection. It is hardly my wish to burden an already overworked student council with such petty matters, with such petty matters, and I will do my best to make your lives easier in this matter in the future. At least when Shizune is watching. This last line is delivered with a wink to Misha, who finally lost control of her laughter. Wah ha 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 ha. Well said, Hee-chan. I chuckling to myself we enter the classroom. Classes are eventful, and after the final bell rings, I find myself alone with Muto again. So, it looks like we're all assembled for the second meeting of the science club. Or is it the first? What do you think? Should we count yesterday as a meeting? Well, we did form the club yesterday, didn't we? That seems like club business, so I can safely call yesterday a meeting. Muto smiles in his usual stilted and awkward way. I wonder if the muscles in his face are just not shaped correctly to let him smile naturally. You really do have a knack for this. I think logical thought process, that is. Guess so? A scientist speaks with authority, Hisao. The answer here is yes, I do. When the world wants to know how it works, we tell it, even if all we've got is a decent hypothesis. But we must sound certain anyway, because we're the authorities of the subject, right? He chuckles, to go on with his awkward smile at his awkward joke. I'm doing my best not to grimace, but I don't think I'm being too successful. That's entirely false, of course. We know a lot, sure, but nobody's an expert on how the world works. If only because nobody can be sure. With no certainty, there are no experts. But we like to pretend sometimes. There's some things we can be certain of, right? Yes, but no. We know gravity is there, for example. To illustrate, Muto picks up a pencil and drops it. See? Still there. But it's good to check every once in a while. That's why you still see researchers mucking about with gravity. We're pretty sure we know how it works, but there's always a chance that something isn't how we think it is. So you check, and check, and check. That's science in a nutshell, Hisao. The whole time I've listened feeling rather spellbound. Muto seems to really be passionate about this stuff, I think. It's hard to tell sometimes. How the world works, how humans work, how the universe works. All these questions to be answered, and depending on what I go into, maybe I could even figure out a way to fix my heart. That said, I don't think that's a real priority for me. Besides, as we started discussing the book he gave me yesterday, I find myself more and more interested in that than my heart condition. I go eat cake, okay. Before we even realize it, an hour's gone by. Well, let's call this meeting over for now, okay? We'll have another meeting tomorrow, or the day after. He considered this for a moment. Call it the day after. I've got a lot of waiting to do. Okay, see you then. As I exited the classroom, I realized that I don't really have anything to do tonight. Amy and I didn't make plans, so I guess I'll go to the library. Based doing homework in my room anyway. The library always seems cooler than the rest of the building. Probably to keep the books from getting damaged by excessive heat and humidity. Books are sturdy objects, but if you want to keep them in good conditions, it takes a little effort. I've got several books that are so well worn that the pages are barely clinging to the spine. It seems impossible for them to still be usable, but if you handle them with care... I make my way to the main desk, when I spot Yuko busying herself with something or another. She smiles at me as I enter the in waves. Hello. Gimana sih suara dia? There's so many characters, I forgot which one is which. Hello, Isao. Good to see you again. What are you looking for this time? Nothing in particular, I guess. I just didn't really feel like going back to my room is all. Yuko nods. Well, if you are not occupied, maybe you can help me look for something? Sure, what do you need? Yuko brings a finger to her lips and looks around furtively. She seems to be looking for eavesdropper. Come closer. I take a few hesitant steps forward while feeling distinctly unnerved. Yuko lowers her voice to a confidential whisper. I'm on the trail of the Yamaku cat burglar. The what? Shh! The walls have ears, Isao. They might. But listen, those missing books. Remember them? Yeah? Well, they weren't missing. They were stolen. I'm convinced of it. I remember you saying something of the sort earlier, but how do you know? Yuko leans in closer and if possible whispers even lower. Because I found one of his hiding places. Can you guys hear me talking like this? You did what? Yuko looks triumphant. Found one of his stashes. He was under one of the stairwells in the boys' dorm. 3 books I've been looking for, all there. I'd suspected a thief before, but this proves it. Kenji, so did you take the books? Yuko looks as if she just suggests she walk around naked. You're nuts. He can't know I'm onto him. I go to ground and evade capture. So what do you need my help with then? Yuko casts another glance around the library and leans in closer, even closer. You've got to spy for me. Spy? Yeah, like when you're in the dorms, you know? Keep an eye out for suspicious activity. What constitutes suspicious anyway? I mean, Kenji's a pretty suspicious dude, but I'll wager he barely goes to class, which must last sneak around the library to pilfer books. Still, what's the harm in saying yes? At least it'll get me out of this weird conversation. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. Yuko takes a nap and claps excitedly. Great! Now, hurry up and talk about something else in case someone comes in. How's the school treating you? Pretty well actually. I've been running in the mornings with... Hi Emu, welcome! Emi Ibarazaki. Emi Ibarazaki, right? Yeah. How do you know? I served you two in the tea house, remember? I deduced that if you were going to run with someone, it would be her. She looks pleased with herself. Impressive! Anyway, yes, we've been running in the mornings. And we kinda started dating. Yuko claps her hand excitedly. Really? That's great! I'll bet you two are great together. I love seeing people find one another like that, you know? I even thought to myself when you walked into Shanghai that one time. I wonder if that kid will wind up with one of those girls. Really? Yuko doesn't seem to notice my somewhat weirded out tone and nods affirmatively. Yup, I could tell that you wind up with one of them, you know? I've got an eye for that sort of thing. Oh, of course. Her expression droops like, I'm not so good at it myself. Oh, I'm sure that's not true. Oh, it's true. I met this guy once. We got along really great, but it turned out he was younger than me. And that was kinda weird, but not terribly so. What was really weird was that he disappeared one day. I've not seen him since then. Huh. That does seem kind of odd. Doesn't it? I hope it wasn't something I did. I feel compelled to reassure her. I'm sure it wasn't. Oh, I intend to try and calm her down further, but both of us jump in surprise, a ring suddenly coming from my pocket. I've never seen this game before. What is it about? Oh, it's a visual novel game about romance. Romance. Yeah, let's just call it that. It's a romance game about us and a couple of girls in what is it called? Special needs school, I guess, in English. One of the best made visual novels of all time. Yuko sighs to steady herself as I pull the phone from my pocket. I feel a little sheepish for indirectly causing the incident. Emi, what's up? Oh, thank God, I haven't called your phone before, so I don't know if this number would work or whether you would pick up, and I get... Whoa there, Emi, slow. Oh, that's fast. What's wrong? There's a pause on the other side of the line, during which I can hear Emi trying to control her breathing in order to calm down. Something's got her terribly agitated, and it started to agitate me. Can you stop by? Like now? Or shortly after now? I really need to talk to you. There's a tone of pleading in the last sentence I don't think I've ever heard from her. Of course, I'll be right there. Hold steady, okay? In my increasingly agitated state, I've apparently started saying things that don't quite make sense. Okay, I'll be okay. See you soon. The sky shaped for life, Nero song. Akira likes them this way. Bro, not like that, bro. Here's the main plot, yep. I press the button to end the call before slipping the phone back to my pocket. Apologize to Yuko for running off and run off. Perhaps at some point I would have stopped to think about the time or how suspicious it looks for a guy to enter a girl's dorm at this hour. Except right now I'm just concerned with getting to Amy and finding out what's wrong and how I can help her. I knock on the door and am greeted with a subdued "come in." Something's very wrong and I stare at the scene before me. Amy's there, yes, but she's in a wheelchair. She's in a wheelchair. And her legs are missing. I glance around the room and see them sitting in a corner, looking like they've been thrown there. Amy responds to my entrance with a lopsided grin that is both pleased to see me and completely, utterly broken. Hi, Sao. It looks like she's been crying, but if she was, she's stopped now. I notice I'm a little out of breath, having taken the stairs 2 at a time in order to get there. My heart doesn't seem to mind the strain though. I felt this happy fact away for a little concentration. No more running. Like when I am not staring somewhat dumbstruck at my girlfriend in a wheelchair. Realizing I've still not responded to her greeting, my brain lurched into gear. Amy? What happened? Guess I should listen to you, Hisao. My leg's got a nasty infection. I'm not allowed to run on it for at least a couple of weeks. She gives a bitter laugh that shouldn't be coming from her. I can't even walk on it. I could have used a crutch and kept one of my legs, but I didn't see the point. Why hop? You can't run on one leg. Even now I'm still thinking about running. At least this way I can still, I don't know, roll fast or something. Yeah, that's good, right? My awkward attempt to look on the bright side seems appreciated but not really effective. Amy shrugs again. It's just kind of a nuisance. I mean, we can't even eat up on the roof now. No wheelchair access. So does Akira like Amy because she's disabled? No! I mean, all of the girls here are disabled. Like, of all different kinds of disability. Like, you have one that is deaf, one that is blind, one that is amputated on the arms, one that is amputated on the legs, one with severe burning. So yeah, all of them are disabled in some way or other. No, all of these characters in this story are disabled. Yeah, in Amy's case, it's because yeah, she doesn't have legs per se, but she's a runner. Yeah, very athletic runner too. Yeah, but that's not a big deal, right? I mean, we can still eat together, and that's the important thing. That lopsided grin again, it hurts to look at. I suppose so, yeah. But like I said, it's a nuisance. I mean, I haven't really used a wheelchair in... She thinks for a minute. Maybe 7 years? Something like that anyway. A long time. And I'm afraid I'm a bit out of practice. But fortunately, it's only temporary, right? Amy nods. Oh, yeah, of course. It's not like I've lost them permanently. But it's a pain in the ass all the same. I nod sympathetically. There's not much else I can do after all. What am I gonna do? Say, I told you so? Although I did tell her to get that leg looked at. But by the time I noticed, it was too late anyway. Do you need help with anything? That is, can I help with anything? Amy shakes her head and there's a bit of her usual grin back. Nah, I can manage fine by myself. Although, if you want to help me over to my bed, it will save me the trouble of rolling over there myself. I blush in spite of myself. Oh my. Amy giggles. You're such a prude, Hisao. I'm not a prude. I just wouldn't want to take advantage of a young woman such as yourself. It's ungentlemanly. I wheel Amy's chair to her bed and easily scoop her up and deposit her there. She quickly sorts herself out and sits on the side. She's actually a little heavier than she looks. It wouldn't be rude of me to observe this aloud, of course. Man, you're kind of heavy. Bro, why did you say it like that? Smack! Amy hits me with a pillow. Ass! Just saying is all. Must be all that running. At the mention of running, Amy's grin falters slightly. Well, I guess I won't have to worry about that for a bit, huh? Maybe I'll lose some weight. That's what you do to lose weight, right? Cease physical activity. To be more exact, it's eating less. I mean, I'm not sure if the of the science ya, but from what I've learned gitu, there are two things you need to watch out for when trying to lose weight gitu ya, or to gain muscles. Like if you want to lose weight, then your calorie intake is more important gitu compared to exercises. Like if you usually eat like 2000 kilocalorie, for example, maybe you reduce it to 1800, 1700. You need to make sure that you are eating less than what is needed daily, like 2000 for females and around 2400 for males gitu. If you eat less than that a day, then you will surely losing weight. But if you want to be healthy gitu ya, you need to exercise gitu. So usually it's paired, like you eat less and you do exercise as well. That way it's more effective. But yeah, in general, if you just want to lose weight without worrying too much about your health, without thinking too much about your health and stuff, then lowering your daily intake is more effective. Nechan, this is the part. What part? I'm pretty sure that's what the nurse would recommend. Speaking of which, are they going to still be showing up in the mornings? I'd hate to run a lot. Shit. I'm not used to saying like words like this. Emmy's interjection, more a disquieted muttering than anything too profane, caused me to look over in shock. She's leaning forward, trying to cover the fact that she's been crying by covering her ears with a hand. The part that you'll miss out a lot of that part. Well, this should be the safe for work version. Of course, the subdued sobbing makes it pretty obvious that she's crying. Hey, I'm sorry. We're gonna say anything, okay? I place a hand gingerly around her and pull her close. I can't think of nothing else to say or do. How do you comfort someone who's just lost their legs again? Emmy wraps me in a hug and stays that way for a while. Sorry. I'm pretty bad at this whole comforting thing, I guess. Don't say that. I'm fine, really. Her voice is slightly muffled by my chest. I pat her head reassuringly. That's the spirit, right? You'll get through this fine. I know it. Besides, I'm here to help you, remember? Amy lifts her head and stares at me with tear-stained eyes. Can you? Can you really? She's grinning lopsidedly. What is lopside? I've been saying that word a couple of times now, but I'm not sure what lopsided means. A lopsided grin with one side lower or smaller than the other. Also like, oh, okay, like awkward grin, I guess. Okay, got it. And something sparkles in her gaze. I can't tell if I'm being mocked or not. Of course, of course, I'm sure you're a bit heavy, but my witty comment is caught by the sudden press of Amy's lips on mine. I'm caught off guard, and I'm rewarded by hitting my head on the wall behind her bed. Ow! Amy pulls back, trying to look concerned at it like she's about to laugh. Are you okay? Sorry. I wrap my head ruefully and grin back at her. Caught me off guard there. Is that going to become a habit? Am I going to be lectured by Shizune and Misha more? At the mention of the duo, Amy giggles. Honestly, these two. Oh yeah, apparently Amy's route is the route with the most parts among the girls. So you're doing. Oh, don't say it like that. Now you're making me want to check it out. Should I just check it out? Where is the option? It's not here. If I didn't know why, I'd be utterly confused as to why she hangs around with someone so bossy. Which one are we talking about? You know exactly which one he saw. Misha's hardly bossy. So what's the reason then? I don't even have the patch. Yeah, I don't have the patch installed. Huh? The reason why Misha hangs around Shizune? Amy weighs my question off with a smile. No idea. I see. Anyway, you seem to be forgetting the original question, don't you? Oh yeah, I guess I am. You wouldn't mind giving a guy a little warning, would you? Otherwise, I'm liable to wind up in a concussion. I emphasize the point by rubbing the back of my head. Amy giggles madly. You could wear a helmet. Some kids here do, you know? Or I could just take revenge. Oh, I grab a pillow from beside me and whack Amy over the head. Ah, she pulls up. Amy topples off the bed and lands on the floor. Eh? Oh. I thought she fell onto the side of the bed, not on the floor. Her arms promptly reappear on the bed, and she managed to pull herself back up. She really has a surprising amount of strength in that little body. Her face is turned downwards and away from mine, making me think I might have accidentally hurt her. Amy, are you okay? You didn't hit your... Oop! A hand shoots up and grabs my collar. She pulls me in with a sharp tug. Her face now barely an inch away from mine. She grins cheekily. Amy? She gives me a sharp headbutt, our foreheads making quite a loud thud. I sit back and rub my now sore head as Amy smirks victoriously. How's that for revenge? No fair! You can't take revenge for revenge. For someone missing most of her legs, Amy's surprisingly agile. I swipe at her, but she desperately rolls out of the way and lands a hit with her pillow. Of course, the odds are against her. I can't stand up, for starters. Oof! Oh, so that... Okay. So that happened. Katawa shoujo. I didn't expect such an image of... Oh, I thought we woke up in Amy's bed. Cantaloupe. The sunlight breaks through my window shortly before my alarm ruins the morning silence. That's how they skip it? Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I feel sore. The events of the previous evening suddenly intruded upon my consciousness, and I find myself blushing. That was an eventful evening, and explains perfectly the soreness in my lower back. The walk back, as I recall, had been rather tense. Fortunately for me, the only person I ran into on my way back was Kenji. I didn't notice a thing, well, apart from my being in the general vicinity. Of course, he'd asked how the night went, and whether or not I'd learned anything of importance. I didn't even know how. If I opened my mouth to answer, I was too tired to care. The cantaloupe force is true, and this morning, I'll admit that I'm feeling pretty worn out. Still, Amy, oh, she did. Is there no dialogue I can check, like, at least the text? I don't need to see the actual stuff, but... Yep, there's no way for us to read the skip story, okay. And I'd hate to disappoint. She is in it waiting for me when I arrive, doing her best to look cheery despite the fact that she's sitting in a wheelchair. I wave to her and start stretching. You're early. Amy frowns and shakes her head. Ridiculous! You're late! Overslept, is how? All tuckered out? Well, at least she seems more like her old self. And as expected, she doesn't seem that shy about mentioning our previous activities. Hey, you're lucky I could show up at all. 3 more days until my birthday, by the way. Oh! Note that Emo. Make sure to... yeah. 3 more days, yeah. So what is that? Wednesday? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Tuesday. I'll try to remember it. Okay, let me put it on my message. Oh no, my phone battery is about to die. Salah. I guess I'll just disable the face tracking. Emo 2 September. There. Yummy, y'all. Yummy cake, yummy cake. All that cardiovascular activity last night. I nearly thought I had to see the nurse afterwards. Amy laughs out loud, then her face suddenly becomes concerned. Hey, that's not. I mean, you're not. Go on, spit it out. It's just that it would be hard to explain if you had an episode where we were. Oh. Oh! Now that she mentioned it, it really is a legitimate concern. I certainly hadn't thought of that last night, of course, other than more pressing concern had been at hand. Well, I don't think anything we do is going to be any more of a strain than these morning runs. And I handle those fine, so he considers the point. I'm gonna force my parents to buy me. No, don't force them to buy a carrot cake. Oh yeah, there's one more by the way. What is this face? What is this? Kaide, explain to me what this face is. No, that's not tsundere face. That's like smirking face. I gotta screenshot this. Gotta put it. Sabar. Gotta put it for emote next week. Put it on Discord or something just in case. There. It's not the face. Hey! The light vanished and Amy grins ruefully at me. I can't help but feel vaguely suspicious. I seem to have forgotten a pair of gloves. What do you need gloves for? Amy indicates the chair upon which she is seated. For this, of course. Sure, regular moving all around is all well and good without them, but I want to be able to get a good workout. And to get that kind of speed, you gotta have gloves if you don't want blisters. So what? Are you wussing out on me then? Do I have to go it alone? Amy thinks for a minute, or pretends to think. If I remember right, there's a spare pair or two in the trash shed. So she does seriously want to do it then? But in her normal school uniform? I don't expect her to wear her gym outfit for something like this. Wait. What are they doing there? Let me look askance. With an attitude or look of suspicion, with suspicion or of disapproval. Askance. Seriously? You can't take a 5 shed full of dry supplies at a school for the disabled to have racing gloves? Well, when she put it that way, I suppose that makes perfect sense. Hey, I'm still getting used to this place. Give me a break, huh? They be using words I don't understand. Real. I guess I can let it slide this time. Now come on, I'll need your help. Can't imagine what for, but then again, I didn't have a clue why racing gloves would be in the shed, so I'm not willing to press the issue. Amy navigates her way to the shed easily enough, though I can hear her grumbling under her breath. It's actually kinda cute. I hurry a little to reach the door first. Opening it will be easier for me than for her. The door opens, and Amy starts to wheel inside, only to come to a sudden halt at the doorway. It seems the door sill is still slightly too high for her to get over by herself. Dum, dum, dum. She makes a few run at it, unsuccessfully, before closing her eyes and glaring at the offending object. Stupid wheelchair. Hisao, can you give me a hand here? Sure, no problem. What's this picture wrong? Oh, it's a shed. Everything just looks so out of place that I don't. It's a simple enough manner for me to bump Amy over the doorway, jostling her slightly. Hey, easy there. Oops, sorry. It's all about this time that I failed to notice where I'm going and run Amy's chair into a map. Oh. She gives a startled yelp and topples forward out of her chair. There's a moment of silence as I gaze in horror upon what I've done, and Amy glares at me. Hisao! Yes? Promise me you'll never work at the hospital? Sorry, I didn't mean to. Amy giggles and holds a hand. Would you kindly help me back into my chair, Hisao? As I bend down to pick up Amy, she grins in triumph and pulls me into a kiss that quickly has us both entirely unconcerned about getting her back into the chair. In fact, as I move to a more comfortable position, I confess that the chair is pushed out the door, which startled by the passage, swings shut. It's chicken now. Bro, Amy, 2 times in a row. Dang, girl, slow down a bit. My heart, bro. Do you not remember that I have weak heart? Sheesh. Oh, seems like someone is mad. Amy definitely not freaky Ibarazaki. Hiding spot as I measure my head. Yummy food. Who's there? That's not a joke goes at all. What is it? Who's there? More importantly, what time is it? Even more importantly, what day? Oh, I'm suddenly catapulted into wakefulness by both the fact that the knocking still hasn't stopped and the fact that it's noon. On a school day. Now fully awake, I can remember why I was napping. Amy definitely not freaky, Ibarazaki. Better not give that excuse to Muto. I wonder how long this knocking is going to continue. Guess I have to answer the door. I'm strangely unsurprised to see Kenji on the other side. Though it appears that Kenji is surprised to see me. What the hell are you doing here, man? Well, I was sleeping. Kenji nods in understanding. Knocked out, I see. I told you to be careful around that Ibarazaki chick, man. This is the sort of thing that happens when you are... Okay, I guess we really did pass out from... Death by snoo snoo is real, guys. Bye bye. Oh god. Oh no. Besok hiking sama teman-teman aku Harry Potter house castle. He makes an attempt to look at the back of my head. Did she see you with something? Or was it a drug? Don't try to touch me. Kenji produces a flashlight and shines it in my eyes. You got a concussion? Hasn't knocked out? Maybe you just don't remember. This conversation isn't going anywhere. No, I just had a tiring morning and I fell asleep. Whatever, man. If you want to be in denial about this, I guess I can't stop you. But I gotta watch out for that girl, man. She's not safe. What? She's not safe to be around. She's one of the worst sinister agents. If you're not careful, there's no telling what could happen. She's brought down stronger men than you know. What the hell are you talking about? She's not an agent or anything, and she didn't knock me out, okay? I also highly doubt that she's brought down anyone at all. Kenji looks almost offended. I have no idea why. You don't believe me? That's cold, man. Real cold. Just trying to look out for you. That's what friends do, you know? Your friends? I have no idea. Then again, I wonder if Kenji knows what being a friend even entails. I feel something like pity for him, standing there before me. Maybe he does think he's looking out for me. I know. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for the warning. I hold out my hand as a sign of peace. Kenji shakes it gingerly. Kenji shakes it gingerly, like my hand could possibly be on fire. There's an awkward silence for a few seconds before Kenji remembers that he's still shaking my hand. Anyway, I need a favor. What kind of favor? I'm out of money. No, you aren't. You've got money kept in your desk drawer under a black notebook for emergencies. Did you ransack my room? That's not important. I don't need money anyway. He adopts a very serious tone. I'm about to undertake a major op. He'll blow the whole conspiracy wide open if I'm right. That is dangerous, so I need you to do something for me in case I don't come back. Sure man, anything. What the hell is she planning on doing? Should I be telling someone about this? If I go missing, Wait 3 days and then mail my journal off to the newspaper. It's hidden in my room under a false bottom in one of the desk drawer. How do I get into your room? I don't have a key. Kenji looks at me like I'm crazy. So pick the lock. You know how to do that, right? It's an important skill to learn at a young age. Yeah, sure, I know how. I'll be sure to do that for you if you go missing. I don't think I want to read Kenji's journal. Either way, Kenji seems pretty happy that we agreed to this thing for him. Great, man, great. I'll see you around. I got stuff to do. And he's gone, dashing down the hallway. He made it seem to a final. I hope I doesn't have to carry out his final wishes. Not gonna lie, if they just skip the parts like that, I don't know how they skip Hanako's without ruining the flow of the story. Because Hanako only has one and is heavily tied to the emotional side. True. I guess you really are forced to install the yabai patch. Kira aku pergi dulu ya, mau tidur dengan oke mu, selamat istirahat. Have a good rest. Shaking my head, I close my door and walk back to my bed. Guess I should go to class, if only to catch the last half of the day. But I've come this far without going to class today, and I didn't want to read more of that fucking book Muto lent me. I'm sure he'll understand. Oh, another knock. This time the noise jerks my attention away from my book. An experience not unlike being woken up. Who's there? Me! Aren't you glad? Please don't tell me that we're going to do it like 3 times in a row, Amy. You're going to actually kill me by snoo at this rate. The voice is muffled through the door, but it's unmistakably Amy's. I hop up and open the door, smiling broadly. Hey, nice to see you again. Amy grins back, staring up at me from her wheelchair. Yeah, you would have seen me earlier, but the dang elevator wasn't working. Had to wait for them to fix it. You'd think they could keep it in better order, but no. I chuckled a bit at her vexed expression and breathed in. No, now it's in our room, okay? She wheels in easily, and with my help, she hops onto my bed. There, much more comfortable than that stupid chair. A sigh of contentment hangs in the air, and for a minute we both just stare at one another. It's at that point that I notice the circles under Amy's eyes. They're not that dark, but they definitely weren't there before. Before I can ask about them, Amy fixed me with a mischievous stare. So, I couldn't help but notice you weren't at lunch today. In fact, I don't think I saw you at all. What happened? So how did we get back into our room in the first place? Did she ask someone for help, or how did it happen? No worries, you're already on the second half of Act 3. Real shit is about to... Oh shoot. Fell asleep. I actually didn't wake up until lunch, and only then because Kenji woke me up. What had you so tired? Strenuous workout this morning? Slightly uncomfortable too. Amy goes, I half laughing, half embarrassed. Remind me not to do that again. No problem. It wasn't exactly great for me either, to be honest. We'll just avoid that from now on. Are you, still sore? Amy stares at me in disbelief. What? It's a legitimate question. Of all the questions I ever thought I'd be asked, that's one of them. Well, I didn't expect to have to ask for it, so we leave it. Amy laughs at this. I won't be helping you for it, suffer. No, Kaede. I guess so, huh? Well, since you asked, yes, I'm still a little sore. We're never doing that again. No arguments. Doing that as in what? Doing that in the shed? Doing that at all? What is the doing that there, huh? I kinda blurred out here during the whole thing. Don't know what happened. No argument from here. A yawn escapes her and I raise an eyebrow. Tired? Amy nods sleepily. Haven't slept well. Not sleeping well? I can tell that she didn't mean to tell me this either because she gives a little start like she's just been caught lying and hesitant to add. It's not a big deal though. What's the trouble? They did the special at the shed. Amy shrugs and refuses to elaborate. Stress over exam? Another shrug, but after a pause, Amy nods hesitantly. Yeah, I guess. Actually, that's why I stopped by. She begins to look more and more miserable. Not so you'd notice, of course, but her eyes are on her lap. She's fidgeting and her voice is quiet. We need to stop hanging out so much. Huh? Why? Amy takes a deep breath, like she's been practicing this. Because you're too much fun to be around, and I can't concentrate when you're near me. With exams coming up soon, I just can't help the distraction. Otherwise, my grades will be pretty lousy, I'm afraid. I could help you study. She smiles at me, clearly unhappy with the situation. I'd love it if you could, but we wouldn't actually study. You don't need to be so upfront, Amy. Don't worry, I will. I promise to myself I will not do it again after exam. I mean, even now I'm trying to have a conversation with you. I just kind of want to, not converse. It's not his house fault. What's going on? I'm busy doing a fake. Bro, she's an athlete. She definitely has a lot of endurance. She has a lot of power that she understandably wants to use. And what's the best way to use it while having fun? God, I'm jealous of his. I want to have a girlfriend so much. Is 2 people? Is 1 people. Hi, this Kirwandi. Overwhelmed by my mindedness? I understand. That earns me a grin at least. Amy shakes her head. Idiot! You're full of yourself. Well, I am pretty irresistible. More or less, I guess. So that's the situation, Hisao. I have too much fun around you, and if I'm going to go to the exam prepared, I need to be alone. Hey, that's okay. It really seems to have been bothering. Besides, it's only a couple of weeks, and we still see each other in the mornings and at lunch. We can just hang out at school, no problem. And after exams, we'll go on a date to celebrate this being over, okay? Amy grins, pleased by this proposal. Yeah, sure. That sounds great. As if to seal the end of the conversation, she leans in and kisses. Oh! I thought you're really a girl with that voice, dude. Yeah, kinda hard to keep up the voice though, especially since we're on the track with the highest pitched girl, I think, in the game. Like, people keep saying that her voice is so high pitched, so yeah. Femboy first. What do you mean Femboy first, dasar? But yeah, hello, welcome Rizky Irfandi. Welcome to live stream. Selamat datang di live stream. Nama aku Akira Sakuchi. Femboy abadi 19 tahun dari Indonesia. Yeah, we're playing KATAWA SHOUJO right now. It's a visual novel game about disabled people. Yeah, itu dulu. Let me drink first. My throat is dry after all of that talking. Is it not? You even have to Bro, just because I'm a computer science student doesn't mean that it's that, okay? That's presumptuous of you to do, Kaidi. But I mean, to be fair, I did have like a couple of friends, and they're like, I don't know, I guess the combination of geeky, nerdy stuff and like being indoor makes it like an ideal subject for apa ya bahasa? What is the word? The word? Feminine man nggak tuh? Femboys lah, we just call it femboy. Stress. But ya, begitulah ya. Saya masih normal kok. Still normal, just a bit weird at times, especially during live stream, especially this live stream because I need to do the voice. Right. The rest of the night is not spent worrying about exams. Oh, thank God we did not do the deed again 3 times in a row. Alright. So, I think it's best if I end the stream now. Yeah, so let's just save now. It's 9 p.m. at my place. I haven't had dinner yet, and I haven't done my Uma Musume daily yet. So no more deeds. Second half is serious stuff. Okay, good. So yeah, that is all for today's session of Katawa Shoujo. I'm sorry if it's shorter than usual. We could have done like 4 hours if we started at 4 p.m. as planned, but because of stuff I had to move the schedule back to 7 p.m. and that means not having enough time. Also, I don't want to bother my neighbors. I'm pretty sure they are kinda disgusted hearing my voice like that. Play Uma while sleeping. How should we play Uma while sleeping? And yeah, if you like my live stream and you want to see more live streams like this, make sure to subscribe. We will do another Katawa Shoujo live stream next week. Not sure what the day, but because today is kind of cut short, I will do it again next week. Promise. Just remind me on Sunday evening so I can put it on the schedule if I haven't already. Also, if you haven't joined yet, we have a Discord server where we usually hang out with the viewers, talk about the games we played on stream, as well as schedule discussion. So if you want to suggest a game for me to play for next week, or you want to hang out with us more, feel free to join the server by clicking the link in the pinned message or in the description. And then about the cosplay pictures, I'm not sure when I'll finish editing stuff. It's just too tiring for me. There's so much to edit and there's my school assignment as well. But I will do my best to finish it by next weekend, hopefully. And then I'll send it to Fora so she can sift through like tier 1 and tier 2, and then we'll upload it to the membership reward. So if you want to see the cosplay pictures, or you want to see my previous cosplay of Astolform 20, feel free to join the membership below, by clicking the join button below. Atau kalau misalkan orang Indonesia kan juga bisa sekali bayar doang dari traktir, ada pilihannya kalau nggak salah. Alright. Anyway, that is all for tonight's live stream of Katawa Shoujo. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Fura. Thank you Kaede. Thank you Rizky and welcome. Thank you Emu. And yeah, only you 3. Silet too. And Ice King. And Lacardia. My name is Akira Sakuchi. Have a good night, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I will see you all again later, tomorrow, next week, or next time. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye bye. Otsukira. Da 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 da. And stream for everyone. Bye bye. I should probably check my recording later. I have to see how girly my voice is. Bye bye.